What's up, Facebook? Happy Tuesday. Instagram, it's wonderful to see you. Thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in on this beautiful, at least in Flagstaff, sunny, clear sky Tuesday evening or afternoon here where I'm located. Tonight, we've got an awesome topic of discussion because I get this piece of feedback or this comment with so many of my one-on-one clients that I wanted to take the time to address the many reasons that you way back there feel bloated. By show of, you can't show me your hands, but a big capital YES in the comments section below if you feel bloated on occasion or maybe even way too frequently than you want to share. Is it as if you're always feeling bloated, your stomach protruding, you feeling either uncomfortable or just chronic stomach discomfort? Well, there's probably at least a dozen reasons as to why you may be feeling that way. And this evening, I'm going to rattle them off, and I hope that you find one, if not 6 of them, relatable, and then we will talk about subtle changes you can make to your nutrition approach to relieve that bloated feeling and to get you feeling much better most days of the week, most hours of the day. Awesome stuff. So first things first. I often get the comment that I feel bloated when starting a diet. And to many people, this seems backwards. It's like, Paul, I just started eating less, but now I feel more bloated. What gives? Why is that? Well, it's important to note that especially working with me or when working with another knowledgeable expert in the field of nutrition, there are several nutrition strategies put in place to your nutrition approach to help fight off hunger and cravings. And mainly that consists of a higher fiber diet, a higher protein diet. Both high fiber and high protein foods slow down digestion, which means that you have a ton of food just hanging out in your stomach for a long period of time. So sure, you may have actually reduced the number of calories you're eating per day, but now you're eating so much more fiber and protein to help fight hunger that you have a lot more food hanging out in your stomach, and it may feel as if that food is there for what feels like days. Hence, you feel bloated and a bit uncomfortable. But I'll tell you what, you likely don't feel too hungry. So that's a win in and of itself when it comes to sustainability on your diet. Another reason, piggybacking off of that, is due to the fact that you're also drinking more fluid during the day to further help suppress any feelings of hunger and cravings. As a result, now you have more food and more fluid just, again, hanging out in your stomach. The result, you feel a little bit of consistent stomach discomfort or bloatedness throughout the day. But hey, again, you're not breaking from your nutritional plan to help you lose weight. So again, a little bit of a trade-off there, but that's why if you've just started a diet, you may feel as if you're bloated or a little bit of underlying discomfort. Fortunately for you, your body will adapt. You need to give it 5 to 10 days and maybe even consider moving some nutrients around so your meals are slightly smaller, or even, just maybe, actually choosing some lower fiber carbohydrates such as white or jasmine rice, or even choosing sweet and white potato, or choosing ground meats that are a little easier to digest and won't leave you feeling as bloated for the next few days. Moving on, another reason you feel bloating, which I'm just going to point out because it's worth mentioning, though it's obvious, you're overeating. If you're consuming way more calories than you're used to, your stomach's going to be backed up for a long period of time. So again, the obvious one, but take that into consideration. Now, another reason you feel bloated is you're eating too quickly. When you rush through your meals, and raise your hand if you're guilty. I know you're guilty of rushing through your meals. We've got so many hours in the day, and sometimes we have just too much to get done where we can't stop and enjoy a 30 or 40-minute meal. And it's unfortunate because slowing down your eating speed has several hunger-fighting benefits. And that's, a different topic for a different day. It's actually been covered all throughout my blog and in numerous videos in the past. But what I want to get at is when you rush through your meal, you do not chew your food as well, and when you're inhaling that food, you're inhaling a ton of air as well. So now you have larger chunks of food and more air in your stomach. Again, the result, you feel discomfort and you feel bloated. Building off of that, similarly, if you are someone who drinks through a straw, I think it's an excellent habit to help encourage you to get more fluids into your body, but keep in mind you're also taking in more air. More fluid, more air in your stomach is likely to give you a bloated feeling if that's something you're not used to. And again, this is something you will adapt to if you remain consistent. If you're consistent in your stellar hydration habits, your body will adapt. Another reason you feel bloated is because you're chewing way too much damn gum during the day. Whether you just have a sugar fix you need to really a sugar kick you need to fix, or you're just chewing gum to help keep your mind off of eating a whole meal or caving on your diet, when you chew gum or even suck on candies consistently throughout the day, not only are you also taking in air, but you're likely taking in quite a few sugar alcohols, which are not digested well, and again, leave you feeling discomfort and a bloated feeling because they sit in your stomach due to not being digested well. So now we have more air and poorly digested sugar alcohol sitting in our stomach, which is just not a comfortable feeling. It's why you feel bloated and uncomfortable, and why you may be fed up with the lack of changes you see in the mirror, because you just feel so blah because you've got so much stored in your stomach. But again, an easy change to your day can get rid of this feeling. Cut back on the gum, cut back on the sugar-free candies, cut back on the sugar alcohols. Gradually reduce the number that you are eating, chewing, sucking on per day so that you can alleviate this feeling. Looking down at my list here, I've got a couple other ones. Another reason you feel bloated is maybe you're constipated. You know, if stuff's not exiting, it's got to sit somewhere. And likely it's sitting in, your large, small intestine and your stomach as things are very backed up. And you're going to feel bloated and blah. And you may feel constipated from not drinking enough water or from choosing choosing low fiber foods, I should say. Not getting enough fiber. Fiber and water are going to help keep things moving through your body. It's common to experience this constipation when you're traveling or you get out of your routine for a few days. So the best recommendation I have for you is to make your water intake or your hydration habits consistent no matter what state, country you're in, what time of the day it is, and also make sure you're seeking out high fiber carbohydrates like brown rice, quinoa, whole grain pasta, whole grain bread, things of that nature. Fruit, vegetables, gotta be the go-tos to get that fiber in. That way you keep things moving through your stomach and can ultimately pass all of that food content your body's trying to get rid of so it doesn't back you up and you're not left feeling discomfort or chronic bloatedness. Whew! A good set of reasons there. You're probably feeling bloated. And the last one, to my women out there, during your menstrual cycle, the amount of fluid in your body ebbs and flows as hormone production shifts throughout your cycle. This can lead to periods of low or high fluid retention that also can lead to a bloated feeling. Fortunately, you and I both know that this does pass, but there may be a few days in the month where you just have to, unfortunately, face that bloated feeling because you cannot have a direct impact on that water retention. But aside from that, every other item I just talked about is well within your control. Making sure you're drinking plenty of fluids, you're slowing down your eating, you're choosing the appropriate foods. All of these subtle little changes come into play to help reduce the feelings of bloat or chronic stomach discomfort. And I hope that you found these beneficial and are now at least more aware of what may be causing that bloated feeling and what may be leading to those abs not poking through quite yet. As soon as tone down your approach so that you don't feel bloated, you might see a couple abs, maybe even 6, pop on through. Questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to comment below, direct message me, send me a message on Facebook. I'm more than happy to follow up and answer any questions you have. And hey, thanks for joining me this wonderful Tuesday evening. We'll be back tomorrow night, same time, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, with some more awesome information related to questions that you have asked. Thanks again. I'll see you tomorrow.